Hey everybody, what's up? And we're back today with our FTB series. I believe this will release 2 days after, or actually 1 day after the first one released, like I said it should. Let's get out of F5 mode here. And I have some pretty good things I want to say about what happened. I finished the island. Looks pretty random in my opinion. I think I did pretty good, and I found these clouds out in the distance, and I thought I had a really good idea. Why not connect my islands by cloud? So that's what I kind of did, and I hope you guys like that. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about one thing that I did off camera with my buddy who came over. He found a portal gun, so he came over and he put a portal from his house to my house, and we made ender pouches, and the second ender pouches for mining, so kind of ignore that one. But he put his portal like right on that log, and then he had to move it, so. But anyway, you might be wondering why there's so many trees right here. This is actually because my buddy came over, and he came over for a reason, guys. He came over to help me build a charcoal factory, which you may be thinking is pretty crazy, but basically, I went to town here, okay? So what this does is these two engines, they're steam engines, they run on water and charcoal, and then they power this thing called a harvester, which harvests all the trees up there. And then all the saplings that it harvests come into either this chest or this planter. Now, let me take a couple saplings out and put them in. I haven't figured out how to, separate them properly. But you can see I have a lot of spare saplings. And then all the apples and vines and stuff go in here, which is why I'm powered by apples right now. Honestly, guys, it's insane. I don't want to grow food or anything, so I've just been eating apples, which are terrible for saturation in Minecraft, so that's a little hard. And then, so all the apples, vines go in here, saplings down that way, and then wood comes down here into this chest. So, because when wood comes in, you can see how it's kind of stacked, and then when it goes out, it comes out in singles. And then basically what happens is the wood gets taken down here, and it gets put into these electric furnaces that are powered by this MFE back here. I know I did a lot of work. And then basically these engines pull the charcoal out, and then these pipes are special pipes that make it all go back here. And then all the charcoal goes into these generators. Well, most of it does, unless it's already full. And then the generators power the MFE, which is powering this. Now, we're making plenty of energy here. And then all the charcoal just goes by and comes into these barrels. Now, I've kind of just stayed on to see what happens, and I lost a lot of charcoal. I know that because this barrel filled up, and I hadn't added extra barrels, and there was just like, it was spinning all over the place. But this is a very efficient factory, and charcoal kind of is how I want to be powered in this game, by charcoal. I know it sounds kind of funny, but it's really fun. I've had a lot of fun, just messing around with it. And then also this is the byproduct of everything, so you get like mycelium, clay, and sand, which is really nice because just letting this run, I've got so much stuff. That's awesome. So that's the factory, the tree factory as I like to call it. And basically it's just making me a whole ton of stuff that I like. And I'm really happy about that because, I mean, I know I didn't build it. My friend came down here and helped me build it. And I didn't think it was as important to show that on camera because it was just a lot of, like, okay, well, we need some copper and we need some rubber and you need to go make some plastic and really boring stuff. But for the most part, that's just going to be how I get my power. Like, that's going to make charcoal. And then let me show you what I did over on Machine Island because it kind of ties into what I was doing down there. Basically, these clouds are so nice. You like sink into them, and then you don't take falling damage if you fall on top of them. So I took 24 charcoal stacks, and then I have an MFE, which is the power store, 4 generators, and then 4 hoppers, which actually equals out to a total of 24 stacks of charcoal to fill all of those things. LV transformer and some copper cable. The LV transformer actually turns this MFE into available energy because the MFE outputs so much power at one time that you need an LV transformer to make these copper cables useful. So then you see we got the charcoal, and then in here are some recipes. for machines I'm building. And then in here, you might be able to notice this up here. This is all the materials you need to make the second to best armor in Feed the Beast. Well, at least this mod pack, because other mod packs can be different. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start showing you the recipes. So the recipe for one of the most basic things you're ever going to need to do or make in any Feed the Beast. Now keep in mind that this is a different recipe for different mod packs. Right now we are currently on the Unleashed mod pack, and we're talking about changing it because it doesn't really, like, it's really easy to make stuff. Like, normally this is one of the best machines and it takes like 5 diamonds to make and stuff like that. But anyway, so you see, you take some cobblestone, a machine block, an electric circuit, and some flint. And if I can remember correctly, no, that organizes. Okay, I can't remember how to show you how to make a machine block, but let me show you right now because that's pretty much basic. And I can't spell. Okay, so a machine block, which is in the middle here, is made by refined iron, my bad, and a little chest shape. And how do you make refined iron, you may be asking? You basically just take, this isn't a really good picture, but you basically just take iron and put it in a furnace again. So you want to take smelted iron and put it in a furnace again. And then how to make an electric circuit, that's another thing. Electric circuit. Okay, so the electric circuit is, you don't have to make it, let me see. Okay, like this. This is the basic recipe. It takes refined iron, which we just talked about, redstone, and then copper cable, which is 3 copper in the middle and then rubber all around. And how you get rubber is you take those rubber drops or whatever I was getting from my trees. I don't know if I talked about that last episode. But then you put it in with some copper. And then you can make 2 electric circuits by this pretty same recipe, except for 1 redstone and 2 this force stuff, which I've been using like crazy because I think it's extremely useful. The force ingots, and then you can get 2. And then you guys know how to get cobblestone and flint. So that's a macerator right there. And this is one of the most basic machines. You're probably going to be using it a lot. So then the next machine I'll show you guys how to make here is, I kind of want to just, like, pull the recipe down. Is this. Okay. This is the recipe for a compressor. So let's go ahead and align this up real quick. Hope I did it right. Okay, yeah, compressor. Now, all of this stuff should be easy to make. We just talked about the machine block. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had a cough and I couldn't find the mute button on my mic. So it was like awkward silence for a second there. But anyway, it takes stone, machine block, and electric circuit, which we all just talked about. So that's a compressor. Very easy. The next thing is the electric furnace. Now, this is what you saw down there in my tree farm, cooking up all the charcoal. This is a very basic recipe, and it's also something you might want to invest in, like right off the back. It's an electric furnace, and the only thing new here is this iron furnace, which is just like making machine block, but without reinforced iron. So you just use regular iron to make a chest, and then you get an iron furnace. Or you can actually put a furnace, like, down, like right here, you can put a furnace, and you could put iron, 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 and then that will also make an iron furnace. But the electric furnace is basically that. And the next thing we're going to make is a recycler, which is also quite useful, because if it's more of a useful thing for the later kind of things in Feed the Beast, a recycler is, but it's always good to start recycling early. So, we've got some glowstone dust, you all know how to get that. Got some dirt, pretty easy to get. A compressor, which we just made, so you need 2 compressors. And you guys can just look up that recipe. And then the refined iron, and that'll make you a recycler. So now that we've got a recycler, I'm going to make the next machine. And I'm going to be honest, I thought this machine did something else that it didn't do. So this machine, I have no idea what it does, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and just stick all the ingredients in here. And then the only thing you guys should know how to make is the, what are these? Empty cells. Cells. Which is just 4 tin in a circle like that. Just take 14 and then you get 16 of them. So it's kind of, and I don't know what the electrolyzer does, guys. Um, it makes the electrolyzer. I know that. The industrial electrolyzer is something that I know what does, but and then I kind of thought that was it, and then I just made it, and then my buddy was like, "Are you sure that's how? You sure that's what you need? How do you use that?" And I was like, "Isn't that just that one thing?" And he's like, "No, it's not." So this next thing is the extractor. I feel I should get on that, and I didn't. Um, okay, well, never mind. Okay, so this is extractor, and it takes 4 tree taps, a machine block, and an electric circuit. Now, the tree tap you guys aren't going to know how to make, but it is extremely simple. It just takes 5 wood, just like that. Any kind of wood you can put in there, and you get a tree tap. And, gosh darn it, now I've got to remake that. Okay, I think it went like this. So, and what you can get from this is the extractor. Now, the extractor does kind of something cool. Now that I'm done, I'm going to go show you what all of these machines do. The extractor, this is rubber, raw rubber, you see right there. What you can do with the extractor is you can put it down, give it power, and then you'll get double the rubber when you use it. So, very nice. And then let's talk about the compressor. The compressor can, let's say, take... It doesn't really have a huge use in this game because you can already, like turn lapis into lapis blocks, but in other games you won't be able to just take 9 lapis and turn it into a block. You'll need to put the compressor down, give it power, put 9 lapis in there, and then you'll get a lapis block. So it's very hard, but there are certain things you need it for. The electrolyzer, I've already explained. I have no idea what that does. The recycler, what that does is you can put anything in it and it'll give you raw scrap. Just scrap. And what you can use that scrap for is when you want to, later on in the game, there's going to be something built called a mass fabricator. And that's basically just a machine that turns energy into UU matter. And UU matter is an item that can be turned into anything in the game. That's actually pretty useful to note. Pretty much anything in the game, you can turn it into just like plain water blocks. And scrap is something that it takes to make it. So you see how I was like saying that that's not really important now, but it's going to be important later, so you might as well make one at the beginning. And then a macerator, if you don't know what that does, that basically takes any ore, and when you put it in there, it'll give you 2 dust, which can be turned into any ingot. So it basically multiplies your ore by 2. And then the electric furnace it does what a furnace does, but it doesn't take any coal, which is nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these chests out of the way, because we have no need for them right now. And I know I said I was going to, probably make a couple machines, but I kind of wanted to do this tutorial. I'll put that in there. And then, also, I'm not going to build a house on this island. It's just going to be an island for the machines. I thought that was kind of a cool way to think about it. And then, I think I already said that all this material in here is all the stuff you'll need for a nanosuit, which I'll get into in a second here. So, let's see. Let's start setting up here. Okay, let's see. Alright, generators and hoppers. Okay, so I'm going to start the basics of the power over here. And also, this island is hollowed out. I did that on purpose to save energy, because to save the stone, basically. There was just a lot of stone there. So we're going to put these down. And it doesn't matter which way they're facing, they just have to be facing down. And those are the generators, by the way. So now we've got some generators down. And then you're going to want to put hoppers on them. So, okay. I need a way to get down there. So maybe I should go grab some ladders real quick. Or go make some ladders, I should say. I don't have ladders. I just, have ladders lying around. I just have a barrel full of ladders, guys. It's normal. Okay, so make some ladders here. And then let's put these sticks away. What? Okay, let's put these sticks away. Yeah, that's totally where they go. Don't say anything about that. That's where they belong. In nature. Alright, so I think I might have enough dirt. So I think I'm going to make the way down, like, right here. Can't do it right there. Right here. Jeez, where did I put a way down? Okay, right here will work. I think. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So this is going to get us down in here, and let's see. Is this... A lot of these blocks have nothing under them, like that one. So I'm going to have to keep that there. But hey, I put that there. And this place needs some light. You can see a lot of things spawning down here. But for now, it won't really matter. So let's go ahead and get our cabling out. And we put the cable like that. And then we put the MFE. The thing with the MFE is I want it to be able to be accessed from the outside. This could be tricky. If I put it upside down right here. I'm just trying to think real quick, guys, because the way an MFE works is it has to be placed just right. So what if I think this is as close as I'm gonna get to perfect, guys. And then I'm gonna need to put dirt there, but for now let's go ahead and just connect this. So then the power is gonna go like that. And I made a lot of copper cable in advance, but I might need more. So hey, look, you can see underground. Hey Mom, how's it going? Okay, so we got the copper cable. What do we need to do now? I need something to put under this. So the next thing I need to place here is going to be, there we go, that'll work. Something called an LV transformer, which is this. And basically how an LV transformer works is it transforms, because if you look inside this MFE, oops, bit of lag there, you'll see that it says its output is 128 EU per tick. Now that's too much EU for any of these machines to handle. I don't think any of these machines can really handle it. So the LV transformer, basically you just put it down, and then it turns that energy source, which was unusable a second ago, into an energy source that can be converted and used for our own pleasure. Okay, so from here, also something you're going to want to note about the macerator, or the, I almost said UAV, MFE and the LV transformer is that, see how this LV transformer has dots all around it? And did you notice how the MFE had that little dot on the front? Those are important things to note, because the MFE, power can go into it from any point but where that little dot is on the front. And then power can only go out of that little dot, if that makes sense. So basically, if I hooked a cable up to it from right here, it would not work. It wouldn't work, because the power isn't outputting from that place. And then the LV transformer is kind of opposite. So basically this one has one output and several inputs, whereas this one has several outputs but only one input, if that makes any sense. I always forget that. I constantly forget that. I'm not even joking when I say that. So let's go ahead and get some stuff settled here. I shouldn't have put these chests here in the first place. I want to admit that. So I guess let's start off. I want to kind of put the machines in sort of an order, so like macerator, because that's like in order of importance. So like macerator is important, and then the next thing that would be important would be the electric furnace, and then the compressor. And then on this side, I can do something like, let's see here. I want to make this even, but I also, you know what, whatever. And then I'll do extractor, recycler, electrolyzer. What's the electrolyzer? Huh. Wonder what that does. That's gonna kill me. I know it. Let's put all the materials to get stuff in there. Alright. So now we gotta dig out all the available space under these. So I think I did it right here, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes. I'm smart. Okay. So now we just need to take a cable from here. And this cable shouldn't burn, but it might burn, guys. It just might. Because cable can burn if it's not high enough of a EU tolerance. So like this copper cable is really low tolerance for EU. So it burns if you hook it up to an MFE, but it may not burn from the LV transformer. I'm not sure. So hopefully none of this will explode, because stuff can explode, guys. That's something that you should just be aware of. Things can explode, and that's rather scary when they do explode. So let's grab all this charcoal out. I don't know if we can fit it all in our inventory. And we'll start by gradually putting stuff in here. And then all of this is just going to go into the generator off the back, and then that's just going to start powering our MFE. So for a while, I'm going to say it's probably going to be maybe about 10 minutes before this fills up. I'm not too sure, but you can see it's filling up at a pretty decent rate. And now, I probably should have showed you this before. Let's see if it's now. But you see this little power, this little arrow? Basically, that's the power it has. Something that's really useful if you're trying to get a machine to work, but it's not working. If there is no little thing like this, the little red power thing, it doesn't have power, which means you probably set up your MFE wrong or your LV transformer wrong. So that means you're probably going to have to change one of those. So just that's a helpful thing to keep in mind, I guess. Then I thought I calculated the right amount of charcoal, but maybe not. And yeah, so we're filling up there. And Machine Island, it's a very cramped place. I can't move. But basically what inspired me to do this was the nanosuit armor. I bet a couple of you have been curious why I'm wearing a zombie head. Sorry I keep changing subject, but... And why there's a creeper head over there. When my friend came over to help me out with this, he checked out my place and he liked it. And he put a creeper head right there, so every time I walked up the staircase, I would get freaked out. And then he put a zombie head down there, and I picked the zombie head up, and my helmet was broken, so, you know, ever since I've just been wearing it. So now that that's good. Okay, so why I wanted to do this was because of the compressor. Remember when I said this was the ingredients to make the nanosuit armor? Well, it is. And one of the important things is this raw carbon mesh. You have to compress this. Yes, you do. You can compress nether quartz dust. I'm really curious on what you can compress. Oh yeah, and these advanced alloys. Also, I had to compress these. And I'm thinking about making some overclocker upgrades for all of this because they go pretty slow. And an overclocker upgrade is basically just something that makes them do their work faster. So see how long it took to get one carbon plate? It would basically go so fast if I just had like 3 overclockers. But they're kind of hard to make and expensive, so I may not do that. But I probably will in the end, guys. Just keep that in mind. And our MFE is filling up fast now. That's good. What I can do is I can hook up some pipes and stuff to make it so whenever something cooks in the macerator, it can go straight to the electric furnace, then onto a chest or something. So, or to the compressor. That might be a good one. Yeah, I can see that. That just got really awkward. Like, yeah, that'll be nice. But I'm not gonna wait a whole lot of time for this compressor. I want to go show you guys a couple more things that I did off camera, and then oh geez, I've been doing this for like I can't even tell. I didn't record. I said last time, you know, I need to start recording the time because I want this to be like a 30-minute series. So when I checked it, we're recording. I guess okay, guys, we're doing math here. When I checked the recording last, it was like we like 5 minutes in, maybe. It's 25 minutes, so jeez, what? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'll stop it when I get my nanosuit armor. But this is a quarry, if you're curious. Yeah, this is a quarry. Very simple to make in this mod pack, but in other mod packs, this is one of the hardest things to make. Not the hardest thing to make. I don't know why I said that. But basically, it just takes some gears pickaxe, and some redstone. And these gears are basically super simple to make. You start with 4 sticks, and then you move to. Give me a second. And then you move to the stone gear by putting cobblestone around it. And then you're going to move to the iron gear by putting iron around it, and then so on and so forth. And then you need like 2 diamonds, 2 gold, and 3 iron, all in a pattern to make a quarry. It's very difficult. And basically a quarry just takes like a little square and digs straight down to nowhere. And it's best to do it in the ocean, because when you start in the ocean, it's already like 20 blocks down. Plus, if you hit lava, you have a chance of getting obsidian, which is very nice. So, also, one of the things I want to build off camera, because it's a... I cannot tell you how many times I've literally died today, because I've fallen off this staircase. Which also inspires what I want to build off camera, which is an advanced jetpack. And I want to just say, guys, this is a grind. This advanced jetpack is one of the hardest things to make. Like, seriously, it's insanity. Let me sleep in my bed real quick, because I moved it up here, and I was really scared. I thought I was going to have to start it spawn. Ooh, he left the game. That's weird. I didn't even have to ask him. I wonder if it just kicks him when I sleep. Oh, that'd be funny. So how are we doing on the MFP power? Almost halfway there. That's awesome. Compressor's almost half done. Nice. I think I am going to make some overclockers. But let me show you the... Oh, what's it called? What's it called? Advanced jetpack real quick. Advanced jetpack. Okay, so basically this is the recipe for an advanced jetpack. And these glass fiber cables, super easy. Advanced circuit, super easy. Carbon plates, super easy. These things, not so super easy at all, really, because each one of these has a counter recipe like this, and then you gotta make all this, and then you gotta make these, and then it's very hard. It's a grind. It would probably be like 30 minutes just making this for me. Then I gotta make the jetpack, and I've gotta make this lap pack, backpack, all this stuff. It's just really, really hard. So I'm going to make that off camera. And then also you can take that and then the nanosuit chestplate and mix them together in this recipe, which is super easy. And then you can have both of them. And next time I come back, I should have that done. I should have full awesomeness. I should have achieved awesome level 10. So definitely check out my wizard. So, I don't, half the time I don't even know what my jokes are, but I need these energy crystals, which if you just saw me make, which I probably should have shown you guys the recipe. Basically it's just redstone surrounding a diamond, and then that makes that, and we need to compress these. Let's go ahead and make bits and pieces of the armor here and there. So 16, this is how you make the chest piece, guys. Nanosuit body armor. Very nice. And then this is how you make the boots. Nice, nice, nice. And this is how you make the helmet. I don't even have the materials to make the helmet yet. Well, I have the materials. One of them was in the chest. You know, just leave me alone about it. I'm sorry I messed up. And then there's the helmet, which took a spare piece of glass. And then we need 6 more. Ah, darn it, I overcounted. No, I didn't. Yes, I did, because I have an extra one here. Ah, darn. I was hoping I wouldn't overcount, but it doesn't matter, because those things are pretty useful. These carbon plates, you use them for everything. Oh, no, wait. Wait, I undercounted. Oh, no. Guys, I undercounted. How does this happen? Where's my coal? That's charcoal. I don't like charcoal. It's charcoal again, and that's coal. I need 8 more coal macerated. So, so far we've got about half of the armor. I would say, yeah, because I need to make the sword. If you're curious why I was saying half, when really it seems like I've got more than half, it's because you need the sword as well, and that's... Let me just say one thing. It's called the Nano Saber. Let me pull it up real quick. And... Dang, caps lock. Nano Saber. Okay, this is the sword. and it takes advanced alloy, glowstone, carbon plates, and one of those energy crystals. Now let me just say, this sword, if you play on pretty much any other mod pack guys and girls, this sword is the most expensive thing in game. And this is kind of what leads me to our next topic, which is going to be me talking about. Sorry about that weird audio there. I had an itch. um, it's about maybe changing our mod pack, because at the time that my friend picked this mod pack, he liked it because of a lot of the things it added. It added a lot of cool things, guys. Like, it adds. Let's start compressing these. A lot of blocks, like the nether stuff. It adds Forcecraft. I just call it Forcecraft, but that's not even the name of it. I'm really sorry. If maybe you know the name, you can tell me. But it adds so much cool stuff, just so much detail, and it adds the Extra Bees mod, which I'm a huge fan of, which is probably going to be pretty much the center of our series here, is going to be bees. So expect that, guys. And then, what else does it add? Yeah, it just adds a lot of cool stuff, but it also, one of the mods it doesn't add is GregTech. Now, you may have heard that mod before, you're talking to your friends, and they're like, oh my gosh, I hate GregTech so much. GregTech is a mod that basically makes this game harder. Now, one of the hardest ores in the game to get is Iridium, and it takes 4 Iridium to make an Iridium plate. Now, with GregTech, it makes this sword take like 5 Iridium plates. And I'm not even kidding you when I say that you're lucky if you find 1 Iridium in. Like, I'd be lucky if I just, like, strip mined the heck out of this entire island and found 1 Iridium. That's how rare Iridium is. I'm not even kidding you when I say that. So, it's a pretty rare ore, guys. And GregTech just makes it so you have to use a lot of Iridium. But it also is very fun because the game is more challenging with GregTech. Like, it's more of a, okay, well, now we gotta go and, we'll build this machine, and then we'll try to get enough power to power Matter Fabricator to get UU Matter to make Iridium, and then, so on and so forth. But I didn't realize how much GregTech actually is a major part of this game until a little while ago. Oh, wait, guys, here we go. Here we go, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make the Nano Saber. I just wanna get mad at everybody who said I wasn't able to ever do it. And I want to thank my mom and my little brother. I don't have a brother, but if I did, I want to thank him. And then my sister. I do have a sister. And it's the best day of my life. This Nano Saber is the best sword in game. Although, if you make it, you'll have to have like a lap pack or the advanced electric jetpack, because it runs out of charge really fast. And basically, the advanced electric jetpack charges things, so it'll charge it for you while you use it. And then, so what are we talking about? GregTech, yeah, GregTech. It's a cool mod, and a lot of people, I think, diss it too much because it makes the game hard. But really, the game's not as fun unless it's hard, guys. So we might be switching mod packs. I don't know. And if we switch mod packs, we're probably going to change worlds. So I might have to start over, which really sucks. But I think if I started over in a game that had GregTech, you guys would have a lot more fun with me, because it'd be a lot more building and stuff, and that would be fun. It'd be so much fun. So one last thing I want to kind of talk about before I go ahead and sign off here, because I got what I wanted for the day: nano suit armor and a Nano Saber. Boom. So let's go ahead and take my armor off. I kind of want to keep the zombie head. But yeah, you look awesome in this armor. And then holding the sword. Ooh, and let me show you what the sword does when you use it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, look, it's already gone down 1. So the best and most efficient way, I'm going to say, to use the Nano Saber is to, and how you turn it on is right click. Is to right click, hit, right click, So it's kind of that alternation. and then that'll save your energy pretty decently. Just don't leave it on. Is basically what I mean. And dang, I need some more chest. Ender pouch. Okay, so let's put these ender pouches back. Let's put the shovel and pickaxe. I'm looking for something here. You guys wouldn't have seen this video, but basically I got this divine signal. I have a hard time saying that every time I read it. And it's basically an altar thing where you put an enchanting table in the middle. You surround it in redstone. You have to have it on dirt. There can't be any torches or lights around it. It has to be midnight. And then you sacrifice something on the altar. And then a huge thing pops up. And then there are all these monsters that you gotta kill. And I've done it before and I tried to record it. But it was before when I just had like iron armor. And I wasn't too excited about it. And it was like, okay, well, this is... I keep dying. And I don't think I actually did it right. Because I think there's supposed to be like a purpose behind it where like if you kill all the mobs before the sun rises, you get something really cool for it. And the signal or this thing, sigil, didn't disappear, which I thought it would. Like as soon as I got the prize. So that's something that's pretty cool. I want to do that. Number of uses. Oh, it has a number of uses. Okay. So I want to use that in the probably next episode. I'll start with that, and my buddy wants to do that with me because he's kind of excited about it. So I might actually end up doing it over by his place. But guys, we've been playing for I think what would have been about 30 minutes now, but I don't know because I don't time my videos. I just like to talk. I don't record them. I just like to talk to you guys. You look kind of like you're wearing a really thick Kevlar bulletproof vest with this thing on. Because look at how small my hands are and look how like thick the thing is. Oh, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, guys. Say sayonara. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And peace out. Later.